Hey guys, it's Morgan, and today I'm doing a book unhaul. So I just reorganized my bookshelf, and as I was doing that, I kind of went through all my books, and I didn't really want to keep them all, so I've got 20 books and then 4 short stories that I'm going to get rid of today, and I'm kind of glad because I needed the room on my shelf. So yeah. The first stack I'm going to go through are books that I haven't read, but that I have no desire to read. Some of these I bought thinking I would read them, some of these were given to me, and some of these I've gotten in Owl Crate boxes. So yeah, I just haven't read any of them, and I never will. So the first book is Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore. This is like a magical realism book, I think. Not really my type of book. Got Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills. I think this is a contemporary. Got From Twinkle with Love by Zendaya Menon. Again, a contemporary. Next I have Ignite Me by Tahara Mafi. I bought this. I knew it wasn't the first book, but I figured I would buy the first one and second one and read it, but I never did, and it's been like 2 years, so not gonna happen. Next I have Skellig by Damon Almond. I saw part of a movie, I believe that I think it was based off this book, but I don't even remember anything about the movie other than the guy has wings, and yeah, so, Next I have The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. My aunt gave this book to me. I saw the movie, and the movie was alright, but I just don't think I'll like the book, so yeah. And then I also have Beautiful Creatures. Again, my aunt gave this to me, but I'm not gonna read it because I didn't like the movie. I have next The Eye of the Falcon. I think this is the third book in the Gods and Warriors series by Michelle Paver. I got this at the dollar store. Thought it sounded interesting. I've had the first and second book on my list to get, and I just they haven't been top of the list, so I probably won't get them, but yeah. Oh well. Next I have The Power of Six and the Rise of Nine, I believe the second and third book in the I Am Number 4 series. I really like this movie, and I might read the book someday, but I feel like it'll be more of a borrow them from the library kind of thing, especially since I don't have the first book, and I don't really have a desire to collect them. Maybe if I read them and really like them, I'll buy them again, but yeah. Next I have The Sisters Grimm, Book 1, The Fairy Tale Detectives by Michael Buckley. I thought this book sounded really good. I got a copy of it for my friend. I'm not sure she read it. I used this book in the first sentence challenge that I did, and I kept it because I thought it sounded good, but I don't know. I still haven't read it, so yeah. And the last book in this pile is Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. This just kind of, yeah, I don't know. I won't read it. Okay, my next book I have is Gregor and the Overlander by Susan Collins. Or Collins. I got this as part of the reading challenge at our library like 4 or 5 years ago. So I don't think I'll read this, but I do think my little brother would like this book. The kid in it is just a couple years younger than him, so I'm gonna see if he wants this. I'll give it to him for Christmas. But yeah, I kind of feel like I would like it, so that's why I don't want to like totally get rid of it, so I'm gonna give it to my brother just in case I ever get to desire to read it. But yeah. Next I have some short stories. I've read all of them. The first one is Help Me Follow My Sister into the Land of the Dead by Carmen Maria Machado. I didn't like this book very much. I felt like it was just too short. Like the person, Carmen, could have made this a novel, I feel like, with the storyline and stuff, and I just felt like it was just too short. So maybe I did like it, but Yeah. Next, I have The Truth About Owls by Amal El Motar. I didn't like this book at all. Just short story. I can't even remember what it was about, except that there was owls in it, and there's a little girl, and that's about it. Next, I have Immaculate Obsession by John Affleck. I definitely did not like this book, because I do not like football. I don't like sports very much. And it was all about a kid obsessed about football, so it was like, this is boring, when is it over? Yeah. And then the last one is A Winter Shade of Christmas by Taylor Grant. This one was actually pretty good. I liked this one. It's about this guy who doesn't celebrate Christmas because he doesn't have any family. I think everybody died, like his parents died. But he's friends with this homeless guy, and this homeless guy invites him to Christmas dinner with his family. And he's like, okay. And so, or maybe it was, he was invited to this Christmas party somehow, and then his friend, the homeless guy, was there. And it was basically just this Christmas dinner that this lady would throw for homeless people every year, and so he ended up kind of falling in love with her because of how kind she was, and it was really good. I like, maybe I'll keep this one, now that I think about it. It was good. Okay, and then the rest of these are books that I have read and don't wish to ever read again, or didn't like, or I didn't want to finish the series. So the first one is The Maze Runner by James Dashner. I'm actually getting rid of all 4 of the books that I have in this series. I read the first one. I started the second one. And then I liked the first movie, I liked the second movie, and I hated the third movie. And so now I have no desire to ever read any of these ever again. Although I do have The Eye of Mines. And I really liked that book. It was, like, epic. Like, I need to get the other books in the series because it was so good. But I just don't want these on my shelf anymore. Next I have, it's a 2 books in one. The first one is The Ghost of Ravenhill, and the second one is The Sorcerer's Apprentice in the Ravenhill Mysteries by Emily Rhoda. Wow, that's a lot to say. I think I liked these books. Kind of like a Nancy Drew kind of thing, but it's like 6 kids, and they're like little detectives. I don't know. It kind of made me think of Nancy Drew or like the Hardy Boys or something. So yeah, it's a little young for me. Maybe I'll give this to my brother too, because he might like it. The next book I have is Magic by the Septimus Heap series by Angie Sage. I don't really remember this book. All I remember is that I read it, but it was really boring and slow, and I can't believe I did read it. And there's like 7 books, or 9 books or something. There's a lot of books. And I just have had it forever, and I don't think it was good enough for me to reread. So I don't want to continue the series because I just don't remember. And then the last book I have is Ringer by Jerry Spinelli. I did read this, I think, in school. And all I remember is it's about a kid killing birds or something. But, yeah. Oh well. Anyway, those are the 20 books I'm getting rid of. And yeah, so I'm glad because I have like a whole almost empty shelf. It just has a few books on it. And I have lots of room to, you know, move my books that I haven't read over when I do read them, because this bookshelf is so full, and this bookshelf has an empty shelf on the bottom, so it's perfect, so I can move them over when I read them, because I've been in a really bad reading slump. I listened to a book on audiobook last month, and I finished a book this month, but it took me like a month to read, and the month before I read no books, so in the past 3 months I've read 1 book and listened to 1 book, and I'm halfway through another book, and it's just been awful. But I'm going to get back into reading very soon, because I haven't been filming any wrap-ups. I haven't read any books to film, so I'm kind of disappointed. But I'm working on it, trying really hard. I'm going to read more than 1 book this month. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!